Hey there, it's Tom Corson-Knowles. All right, right now we're going to talk about widgets. WordPress widgets are basically custom codes, custom text, custom images, and little custom things that you can add to various parts of your website. So generally speaking, you're going to use widgets here in this area on the sidebar of your website. See all this, everything on the side over here is the sidebar, and these are where all my widgets are. You can also have widgets at the footer of the website, which is going to be the bottom part down here underneath all the blog posts or whatever web page you're looking at. Now, again, this is really determined by the different themes that you might be using. So I honestly prefer websites with right-hand sidebars like mine. You see the sidebars on the right side of my website. Some sites have, some themes on WordPress have sidebars that might be at the left side of the website. Some themes might not have a sidebar at all, and some themes might actually have two sidebars. So you might have two sidebars on the right of your website or two sidebars on the left of your website. But anyways, that's where the widgets would go, in the sidebars and in the footers. That's where your widgets are going to be. And the widgets, so each of these things you see here in my sidebar is a separate widget. So I have one widget here for this opt-in form where I'm asking people to put in their name and email in order to get my free ebook publishing school video training course, right? This is a free offer I have to build my email list. And what I'm basically doing in this offer is I have a website where people can go and they get free video trainings on, how to write their books, how to get their books published on Kindle, how to market their Kindle books. It's all free, and that's probably what you're going to want to do if you're looking to build a business with your website. You're going to want some kind of free offer to build your email list. It's super, super important that you do that to build your email list, because the email list is going to be really the number one way that you sell products and services online. This has been my number one strategy for actually converting readers from my blog into actually paying customers. It's a very, very powerful strategy. So that's one thing you're really going to want in your sidebar if you're looking to actually build a business. If you're not, if you're just blogging for fun, you don't need to build an email list, then don't worry about that. But if you're looking to make money or build a business online, you're definitely going to want an opt-in form on this part of your website right here. So it'd be the first widget in your sidebar. Next, I have a Facebook like box. I really recommend these. Facebook has been a big part of my marketing strategy. Honestly, it's not nearly as important as the opt-in form, so that's why it's underneath. One big basic thing about web design you need to know is that everything that people see right when they load your page is the most important stuff. So this is called the above the fold area. So everything that people see right when they load your website, that's called above the fold. And if they have to scroll down to see things, that's called below the fold. So everything above the fold is going to get more clicks, more traffic, and that's where more of your visitors are going to go. So whatever is at the top of your website is the most important and should be optimized to make you the most money. In other words, you wouldn't want the first widget to be something that does not make you money or does not help you attract new customers or readers or grow your business, because that would be a waste of that really valuable real estate of your website. So think about like real estate. Everything above the fold is super valuable. Everything below the fold is not as valuable. Okay? Here are some more widgets I have. One is on topics. So this is basically categories, and I've customized the title here to be topics. So these are the categories of my blog posts like we talked about before, so people can browse the different blog posts I've written based on different categories. Then here is an image that's actually kind of like an ad. So it's an image I inserted with a link to an affiliate program for BuckBooks. So BuckBooks is a really awesome website and program for authors who want to sell more ebooks online. Then I've got a recent post widget, I've got an archives widget, and then I've got, right here, we've got the Creative Commons license down at the bottom. So that's what I have in my widgets, and I'll show you how to install your widget now and how it works. So again, this is the backend dashboard on WordPress. To get to the widgets part, you're going to go over to Appearance, and once you click Appearance, scroll down to Widgets and click Widgets. This is where your widgets are going to be. Now, again, for each different theme, this is going to look slightly different, but basically how it's going to be laid out is on the left here, you're going to have your available widgets. These are all the widgets that come with your particular theme. So my theme is called the Enfold theme, so you'll notice a lot of my widgets are called Enfold, but you might not see that here because it's probably not the theme you're using. Don't worry about it, okay? Whatever widgets you have here, you can use those and customize them. Then you're going to have on the right side is all this stuff over here from displayed everywhere, sidebar blog, These are the widget areas. So my particular theme has 7 different widget areas. I'm only using one of them. I'm only using this displayed everywhere widgets. So I'm not using any other of these widgets because I don't need to for my particular purposes. But what you're going to want to do is, if you don't understand what these things are over here, generally it's the footer is going to be the stuff at the bottom of the website. Sidebar is going to be stuff on the sidebar of the website. But if you don't know what's going on here, what you can do is just take one of these widgets, and it's really simple. So all you do is click it and drag it. Okay, so I'm going to show you on a very brand new website I just built with basically just installed WordPress on this website. So it's going to look much more like what your website probably looks like right now. So here's what my website looks like, and this one is just the brand new template with WordPress. I just installed WordPress on this website, just as you're doing by following along with this course. And so this particular theme, you see, it has the sidebar on the left-hand side versus the right side. So we're going to go back to the dashboard here, go down to Appearance again, and then Widgets. And I'm going to customize the widgets here. So here you see it came installed with 6 widgets already. So these are the 6 widgets I have. And then if you go to the website, you should see that they match up with what you see in the backend. So here we have a search box right there. That's a widget. And if you go to the widgets, it says, oh, here there's a search bar. So if I don't like that, I can just delete it. So all I have to do to delete it is just take this search bar and just drag it out and get rid of it, and it's gone. Alternatively, if I wanted to move something to a content sidebar or the footer widget area somewhere else, I would just open this up and I would move that over there. So all this stuff is customizable. You can move it, you can rearrange it, you can delete any of these, you can add more. So it's all totally customizable. So like I was saying before, if you don't know what this primary sidebar stuff is, all you have to do is just add one of these widgets, like the calendar widget, put it at the top, and then go down and hit save. Okay, actually in this particular version of WordPress, you don't have to hit save on the widgets. I think if you just put them in there, they will automatically update. So if I reload my website here, you'll notice, there we go, it automatically updated. I've got the calendar right there on the widgets. So now we know that this primary sidebar is this area on my website, and now we can go ahead and customize it. Again, a lot of the stuff you might want to do after you've already picked your theme for your website, because it could change the area where your widgets are going to appear and how they kind of look. So I'd probably pick the theme first and then come do the widgets. But you can always play around with this just to get started. Again, you don't have to get it perfect or just right the first time. So some common widgets that I recommend using. Recent posts is a really nice one. I like recent posts because it lets people know, okay, here are some recent blog posts I wrote, and gives them an easy way to access those. Now, if you click the widget, it's going to see some customizable options in here. So you can change the title. So if you don't want to say recent post, right here it says recent post on the website. If you don't want to say that, you could call it my latest articles. And you can also change the number of posts to show. So if you don't want to show 5, you want to show 10 posts, you can do that. And you can even display the date that you posted that post. So you hit save there, and that will update that widget here, and see it's now called My Latest Articles right up there. So the changes we just made are now live on the website. So you can customize a lot of these different widgets. So make sure you click them and customize them the way you want them to be. So recent posts I really like. I like that one quite a bit. Categories I really like as well, because that's going to basically give your readers another automatic way to browse your blog posts on your website based by the categories that you've created. So if people want to learn about dog training or cat training or horse training, and you've got categories on your blogs with each of those different areas, they can just go immediately to the areas that interest them the most. The other widget I like the most is the text widget. So the text widget is really the most customizable widget. And in here you can pick code, you can just write text, you can add images, all kinds of different things you can do. So if you don't know HTML, don't worry, you really don't have to. There's only a few very basic HTML codes that you might want to know for your widgets. So if you want to insert images in your sidebar or somewhere on your website using a widget, you're going to need to know a little bit of code, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what I do personally when I want to learn how to write some HTML code for my website is I just Google it. So what I'm going to do right here is Google how to install a WordPress image in a widget. And then what we're going to get here is a plugin right here. and we're also going to get this one as a tutorial. So if you want the quick, easy way, you can just get this widget and, this plugin that will give you, allow you to add images and widgets. Super easy, super simple. The other way to do it is just use code. And so here's a website, w3schools.com, which shares some HTML code for it. So here we have the code. So you'll notice it says HTML is a tag, and then body, and then H2, and then we have the image source. So really this image source thing is what you want right here. That's the code. And so what you would want to do is you would copy and paste this code, and we're going to go back to this widget here and copy and paste that code right there, and then we're going to hit save. And then I'm going to reload my website and see what that looks like. And so here now we have an image. Now we've got some issues with this image, right? It's not loading properly. That's because we're not using the right link here. So what we were using there was an image uploaded on someone else's website, and we can't do that, right? So what you want to do is add the image to your own website. Remember, go to Media, Add New, Add an Image. So we go to Media, hit Add New, and then I'm adding an image here now. And then we're going to hit Edit. And then here you see the file URL for that image. So we're going to copy that URL, and we're going to paste it into the code. So back to the widget area, into this text one. We're going to copy and paste the image link right here where it says image source. And we're going to make sure it says HTTP, and then that's the area where my image is. And if I hit save now, it should load that image on my website. And there we go. Now we have the image right there in the sidebar. Then there's some other things we can customize. So first of all, the alt text. You would want to use the alt text that really matches the image. So in this case, it would just be like angry face, or just some description of the image that you have there. Then we want to customize the width. So the width and the height. So we can make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever you want. So let's just change it here to 200 by 150. Just make it a little smaller, see what that does. And there we go, now it's resized. And you might want to play with it a little bit, just make sure it gets perfect. You can edit the height and the width until it looks just the way you want it to look. Obviously this is not perfect here, but again, this is just an example of how to actually use this stuff and how to insert images into your website. Okay, now what we want to do then is add a link to this image. So if that's what you want to do, if you have an ad or an image on your website, you want to link to somewhere else, here's another website, echoecho.com, that has some tutorials on using HTML. So I'm going to copy and paste the code that they have here. And I'm going to paste this code in here. And so here you see they have two actually HTML tags. So one is this image source tag, which we already have up here, and that's done. And then the second one is the A tag, so A, href, and then this link here. So what we're going to do is copy that and put it here. So basically what we have here is we have an A tag, which is is basically code for inserting a link, and the beginning of the tag here and the ending of the tag here. And then we have the image tag in the middle. So it's called nested in between the A tag. So we're really using two forms of HTML here together. And this is, trust me, this is the most complicated HTML I know. And it's all you need to know. You don't even have to know it, but just want to teach you just in case you want to learn this stuff. So then what you would have here is the link. So if you wanted to link, for example, to my website, tckpublishing.com, I would just go ahead and insert that here and hit save. And then reload the website. Okay, and then there we have the image now. And if we click it, it will then link to tckpublishing.com like I just requested it to do. So that is as much as you need to know about code, and that is one of my favorite ways to use widgets, is insert images with links. So if you want to have a link out for advertisers for your website, or to link to other friends' websites, or any articles or sales pages, anything you want to do with an image, that's how you would do it. You can also just use the plugin as well, which I'll link to in this video, which actually is much quicker and easier if you're just starting out. So that, in a nutshell, is how to use widgets for WordPress. It's super simple, super easy to use, and super customizable for your website. So what I want you to do now, go ahead, edit the widgets you have on your website, get rid of any ones you don't like, add some you do like, and then go ahead and And remember, don't worry about getting this totally perfect. It does not need to be perfect. Just get it done for right now. You can always update and change this later. As the more you learn, the better and better you can make your website.